Mr. Grinch. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, Mr. Grinch. You're a bad banana with a greasy black peel. You nauseate me, Gary Norton. You really are a heel. You're as cuddly as a cactus. You're as charming as an eel, ex-mayor Gary Norton. You're a bad banana with a... Bye-bye, Gary. Is an appalling dump heap, overflowing with the most disgraceful assortment. Mangled up in tangled up knots. He ate me, Mr. Grinch, with a nauseous super nos. You're a crooked jerky jockey and you drive a crooked hoss, Mr. Grinch. Decker sauerkraut and toadstool sandwich with arsenic sauce.
Lord have mercy. Turn it up, honey. I don't want to talk to you no more. We got a dynamite show today. A real dynamite show today. We're starting it out with some special guests. Lord have mercy. You talking about what's wrong with East Cleveland. I can tell you something that's right with East Cleveland. And that's that great boxing program they got right there in East Cleveland. Filled with young men, they look kind of soft. Are you all really champions? Speaking to that microphone.
Yeah.
Come on, this ain't TV now, even though we're recording you live. Y'all really champions?
Yeah.
All right, okay. Hey, Coach, tell us a little bit about these boys, these young men. Let me change that.
Yeah, they very special young men, you know, God. Like Dante, he like the baby of the bunch, really. He been since he was 7 years old. He's 14 years old now. And like he's really special because he came in to the gym like 7 years old. He'd be 8 years old. His dad said, well, I said only 7. He said, well, let him just come train him anyway. I said, all right, we'll let him come in. And boy started sparring and training. He got a lot of heart. So I knew he was going to be somebody. He could get that heart within, you know. Had to take to be a champion. And so he's special. Like he came around at our gym like he had like Casimir Jackson, you know, and they had Terrell Goucher, you know, Woody Nelson, Prince Brewers. We had a whole lot of champions out the gym. Yandell Evans. Our club got a lot of top flight fighters came from here, you know. So to see him come this age now and win his junior title, you know, that makes us feel very special for him. And to come so far. Then we have over here Dante Johnson. He the same way. He came around like 5 years, 6 years ago, but he had like a lot of things he had to build up to become a good fighter. And he really trained hard and did it. And each day I see him grow and mature more and more and more. And then he just started getting to that level. I seen it start come all together. You know, sometimes he was hard headed. He didn't want to listen. Sometimes, you know. Tell him to do one thing, he want to do his thing. And I said, one day he's going to click all, he's going to click in. And I think this year here, it really decided to start clicking in because he went to the Golden Gloves, Cleveland Golden Glove, he won that. He's a Golden Glove champion this year. Then he said that he wanted to go over to this Junior World Tournament that they had over in Russia. So they picked him to be there for the team there. And he went there and he won the whole thing. He had like 5 straight fights. He beat like Cuba, Morocco, Japan, Russia, Ukraine. And it was a surprise to everybody because he went over there. They want to know, who is this kid? You know, because majority of the time when you go win these big tournaments, you fight on a national team, you go to Colorado and get experience. He had no national experience. So all he had was really East Cleveland training. Because they was trained real hard. They prepared for this. Because like I said, at our gym, we have like Dante's father, he's a conditioning coach. And that's Dante Sr. And so I give him really credit too because without him, they wouldn't be able to have because he really trained them hard every day, you know, for conditioning. So, and like I told them, it's very special to me because we have a false belief they have these kids believe you had to go to Colorado, go out of town to get in shape to fight these big tournaments and stuff. They say go to Colorado for a month, do this here, coach here. But they call him like in 1 week he went out to Colorado for 1 week and trained for 1 week. Then he went to Russia, and from there, he went there and won the whole thing. And they like, where this kid come from? Who is this kid? He's unknown. He defeated the top Cuban the first fight. He fought Cuban, and that was a top fight there. He won that.
He beat the Cuban?
Cuban the first fight, first fight, and everybody said they had a big headline on USA Box that Delante upsets Cuba, Then he fought the other guy from Morocco. Then he fought Japan. They got surprised again. So then from there, his toughest fight, and his last fight he fought or determined, he fought a champ from last year, and he beat him, And so then that right there, so he became number one in the world. As you said there, he had a youth division called 17, 18 years old. So then he came home. He said that he wanted to go to Kansas City for the men's tournament. That's you fighting from 18 years old to 45 years old, 40 years old, 18 to 40 years old. So this year, the first year they started, they had like the junior youth title, which Dante went in. They got the youth title. Then they got the men's elite team. So Delante, we call him Tiger. Tiger went into the men's, and so that he went there. So a lot of the guys, they thought like, oh, here go the little baby gonna come with the grown men. What he gonna do, And he went there, so he beat the first guy. So he had 5 fights. He won that,
He won all 5?
Yeah, it's like it was really great because like the biggest fight he had was I think it was Friday. He fought a guy who was the Olympic alternate, the guy from Brooklyn, New York, called Carrington. He was the alternate from the Olympics in 2016. So they thought he gonna win, so he beat him. So that was like the whole crowd was watching the fight. Like, who this kid come from? And he beat this kid. So then he won. He beat a kid from New Mexico. That was a Saturday. So and so like I said, I'm really proud because these two here, they good teammates. They do everything together. They train together, everything together. So they both want to go down here, and it was like me and his father, we made it happen because they went, and it almost didn't happen for him because like, we had the money. We bought the plane tickets. I had a guy that went with from a friend of mine. I couldn't go. I worked for the post office, so I couldn't get off for the time to go. So I had a friend from Detroit to take him down. So we had all this plan, take him down there. We bought the plane tickets. I was going to drive 3 hours to Detroit. The kid's playing from Detroit. We can go to Kansas City. That morning, before to go, the guy called me and told me, I didn't register my kids. I'm not going down. I'm like, you ain't going down. I'm like, you ain't going down. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I had this guy call this fella, and I told him what the thing was. The guy, he wanted to help me out. So he said, well, listen here. I buy the ticket for Tiger. He want to sponsor Tiger. I said, well, I got him a little kid, too. I buy both tickets. So he did that. And that's how they got down there. So
they got down where?
They got down to Kansas City. They went to Kansas City. Kansas City is the big tournament.
Okay.
So the guy said, you want to go there? I said, I want to go Sunday. I bought a ticket, flew him down there. And so I couldn't make it, but I know a lot of people within the boxing world. So I had some people from Soul City boxing team in Toledo. They worked the corner for me, to help me out with the kids when they were down there, So, but you figure you send the kids there because they learn how to box at home. There, they know what to do, so you just need somebody to be there to support them. So they got that support, and they came back, and like I said, I was kind of nervous because, they both going down there. If one come back with a loss, somebody gonna come back sad. So, so you would hope they both win. They'll send them the young blood. He won the first day. I was like, oh, man, he threw it right. His mama, she was happy as well, And his dad was real happy. His daddy pushed him. But his mama, we had to go with her because she won't play basketball. We wouldn't go to lot still with her with that basketball stuff, you know what I'm saying? So I'm glad he stayed with the boxing because this really do good for him. I'm glad because I believe if he had a loss, that might have broke him down. He might not continue boxing, But now he's on the youth team, so now he get to go fight out of the country and stuff, And so like I say with Tiger, he's on the men's team, so he leaves January 9th to go train in Colorado. He gonna fight Poland in February.
So Bob, so you're telling me. Oh, by the way, Bob, you see the young lady that's standing over there with the beautiful redhead over there?
Yeah.
I want to introduce you to her. We just multitask so much. Listen, that is Miss Perkins, all right, and that Deborah E. Perkins, and she is the director of Faith Community United Credit Union.
Right.
And the reason I wanted you to meet her is because this is what her credit union, her bank is all about. They often support athletes and activities in the community. And actually, you're taking some of her time right now, but you see she's standing right over there on the sideline because you all called me at the last minute, say these young men were just flying in. They're flying in from where?
Kansas City.
Kansas City, and both of them comeback champions, right?
National champion. They both got belts. They sure they had some pretty belts. He got a blue belt, he got a white belt. You know, they both got belts. They both champions. Like I say, like what they both ranked. They ranked number one. With like Dante, he's ranked number one in the country at 130 pounds from the JO division. Then he came back here. I don't know where he got it away from, but he weighed 154 pounds now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he won that. You know.
Yes.
You know, so he gonna probably be a heavyweight. He gained weight. If I look around, he came from out of town. I looked up, I said, "Are you growing?" You know, he hopped on the plane. You know, so he ranked number one in the country at 154 pound weight class, and Tiger, he's 132 pound. You know, division. You know, I said his task is very extraordinary because for a kid to come and win the 16, 17 years old youth division, then within 5 days later to go to Kansas City and fight them grown men and beat them, you know, that's really a task. You know, he's special. You know what I'm saying? I told him he's gonna be like another Sherry Leonard. He had moved like Sherry Leonard. He reminded me of Sherry Leonard when he moving things. You know, he gonna be nice.
Tiger, come on, talking to the microphone for a moment. The coach gave you some high accolades when he said Sugar Ray Leonard, man. Come on now. I mean, he talking about top flight. What's your thoughts on that? How'd you get in there and beat the big guys, man, and come out champion? What happened? Speak loud. Come on. This ain't TV.
just kept boxing them. Use my reach because I'm pretty tall for my weight. So I just kept boxing. Used my jab. Had good timing, reflexes, and good feet work, and good defense, and speed, and power.
Everything.
Oh, so you got it all. That's what you're saying. Okay, all right. Okay, so the international fighters don't mean nothing to you. You go through them just like fighters from the state, ain't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. And that's why they call you Tiger?
Yeah.
All righty, okay. Young man, I'm very impressed with you. What's your name again?
Dante.
Dante. Man.
Dante.
All right, I knew that you was gonna be a champ when they told me you beat the Cuban, cause the Cubans usually go through.
No, he beat the Cubans.
Oh, you the one beat the Cuban Tiger.
Yeah.
All right, okay, man. Then I'm really impressed. All right, so tell me a little bit about who you fought and how'd you get to be the champ. Speak up.
So when I went to the JOs, the Junior Olympics, in June, I fought this one dude from, I can't even remember, but I was boxing him very good, popping my jab, combinations, good defense, head movement, power. And then the second day I fought a guy that I fought before. It was a long story, but I beat him too, boxing him good too. And then when I came back to this tournament in Kansas City, at 154 pounds, that's a little bigger weight class for me, but I knew I could handle it. I was boxing them good. I had two Mexicans, and it was kind of hard because they kept coming and kept coming and kept coming. So the first day, I won 4-1 split, and then the second day, I won 5-0 unanimous decision, boxing them, popping my jab. They couldn't touch me. I was moving my head very good.
All right.
Yeah, I want to give a little note on what he said. He said he didn't want to get into it. Well, when he had fought before, like in this silver gloves, you know, and where he should have won. I mean, but you got to give him a lot of credit because, like, he fought this guy from Philadelphia, a guy named Pagan, and he was winning the fight. You know, when he won the match, and then like, something like he got through a point, he like slipped, fell down, got right back up, and his referee stopped the fight for no reason because he knew the other coach fighter from Philadelphia. You know, they played favoritism, and the place went crazy. You know, it was a lot of mess. You know, we had to hold Mama down because she ready to tear it up. You know, but so then after that, and so then and they disqualified him and they suspended him and all kind of stuff, and then they gave him another chance. So he went to JO, and it was so funny because we went to JO, right? Who he had to meet in the championship fight. The fight he had to beat the same guy that they robbed him when there and thing, right? And he beat him, so that was a great victory.
Hey, beautiful Coach Bob.
That's
Safo.
Renard. I'm excited about Bob.
Renard. All right. Okay. Renard. All right. Listen, Safo. I always call you Safo.
Yes.
Listen. Here's what I'm gonna give you this name one more time. Okay. Miss Deborah E. Perkins.
Okay.
You understand? She's the president and chief executive officer of Faith Community United Credit Union. Now, the reason I'm giving you that number is because if you haven't ever banked at the credit union,
Right.
we're going to give you some information in a minute how you should become a member of that credit union. You've been working at the post office a long time.
Right.
And the reason I'm feeding you this is because, listen, if Miss Perkins can do anything, because we understand y'all had to go through a lot just to get these young men in the tournament, fly them around, big and bar, and they still became champions. So I want you to remember that name, and I'm sure that if Faith can do anything, they will, brother. Listen, I got to go. I thank you for coming into the studio. Again, introduce your young man.
Say 132-pounder, the national champion, Delonte Johnson, and the junior champion, Dante Benjamin, all from Cleveland, Ohio. And they train at East Cleveland Pal Boxing Gym on Shaw Avenue.
Safo, how you get so many champions? How you make young men? Maybe we need to hire you for the Browns. How you get so many champions?
Well, I mean, I try to say, a lot of people ask me, they call me, say it's good coaching. I don't know, maybe just a blessing from the man above, you know, because I came, like I say, I had a bunch of champions. I said, like Casimir Jackson, you know, I said Terrell Goucher, you know, Willie Nelson, Prentice Brewer, Yandale Evans. I got a host of champions, you know. So what I like, it's like I started boxing on 55th Street at Chuck Walker's gym years ago. And I thought the kids, they know how to box the right kind of way. Because, see, nowadays, kids not boxing, they're fighting. So they don't know what it's about. And so then a lot of time we fight, where we fight, they know the styles are different because they wonder why they win. Because my kids, they are boxing, they're not fighting. You know what I'm saying? I teach them, anybody can fight you back, but everybody can't box. 'Cause a lot of people like to think. So they be out thinking everybody. People don't know what to teach them. They're boxing, they're out thinking. Other kids come to fight. And then you know you fight somebody, power gonna win. So that's why they so good.
No doubt about it. Hey, we love you, Coach Safo. We really do.
All right, thank you.
Man, oh man, you don't only train champion men, but you also train champion females.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Ma'am, we gotta go, but come up to the mic 1 minute. Come up to the mic 1 minute. Just step right up there. You're very proud of the young man, eh?
Oh, yes, I am. I'm proud of him and Tiger.
All right. Okay. All right. You gonna let him continue to box?
Yep.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much. We love you. All right.
We can do it all. Investments, credit, deposits, all of those we can do for you.
And listen, tell them a little bit about Faith. How long have you been in business?
We are about to celebrate our 65th year in business. A long time. Many small credit unions have fallen by the wayside, but Faith is still in business and still strong. About $13 million in assets, 4,000 members, looking to continue to grow, hoping that we'll have an opportunity to expand into another location, add a location. That's part of our plan. That's part of the vision. And this is the time. Whether it's shopping for Christmas gifts for someone else, or if it's just a Christmas gift for yourself. It might be just taking care of some bills, but we do offer a Christmas loan special. It's a 12-month loan. It's at a preferential rate, If you qualify, you can even get something lower than our preferential rate, but it is available to our members. All you need to do is become a member, and you're eligible for our Christmas loan. Now's the time to do it. 12 months in repayment.
So Deborah, listen, this particular loan that you all are offering is different from one of those darn payday loan lenders, isn't it? Talk to me about that.
Those fringe lenders, we call them, need to stay on the fringe. We do not participate in that kind of lending because it pulls money unnecessarily out of your pocket. As a member of our credit union, we're trying to help you strengthen your financial situation, not weaken it. Unfortunately, the fringe lenders make their money through high fees. They expect you to roll over. They don't expect you to repay. 70% of those loans mature within 30 days, and 70% of them roll over because that's what the fringe lenders want. So we will structure a loan for you that allows you to meet those short-term, small dollar expenses. We'll, however, ask that you start saving. We'll put you in a special program that requires you to start saving. So the idea is at the end of 12 months, you've saved enough. You won't need a payday loan. You won't need one of those fringe lenders. So it's a borrow and save component. Get you what you need to meet those immediate needs, but at the same time, put you on a path toward financial security, not financial insecurity. That's right. We know that our community needs credit, and we're there to provide credit. But we want all of our members to handle credit responsibly. Use it to your advantage. Repay it, build your credit score, use it as you need it. Don't let it use you. And we're not trying to extort. We're not charging exorbitant rates. We'll charge a market rate. We'll charge what we need to cover to remain in business, because clearly if we're not in business, we're not doing anyone any good.
That's right.
But we're not going to extort. We're not talking about 600 and 700% costs, interest rates that you'll find with the French lenders. That's not our business. Smaller apple, but a very important apple. Wall Street, I spent a number of years on Wall Street, but as I said when I first came, now I'm on East 93rd Street, and I'm doing a different kind of business, a business that matters.
Yeah. So, your career spans. You did commercial, investment, central banking, economic development, community development, and nonprofit manager. Girl, you got all this under your belt?
And the interestingly enough, the very last deal I did with the Bank of New York in New York City
Speak up, Deborah.
was one transaction, one deal, $200 million, one deal. The Bank of New York, as I left New York City, I'm at a point right now where I can do a $200 deal and make someone's life turn around. So it's a lot more significant and a lot more impactful, the work that I'm doing at Faith Community United Credit Union.
Listen, so you began your career as a corporate lender in New York with Chase Manhattan Bank?
Yes, I did.
And then you joined the Federal Reserve Bank of New York?
Yes.
Lord have mercy.
But I'm having a lot more fun now.
Yeah. So after 13 years in New York, you came back to Cleveland. My goodness. You're something special, Miss Perkins. Faith Community United Credit Union and Cleveland is really glad to have you here, sister, because you said, give me that sum you gave me. You said you made a loan for how much?
It was one transaction, one deal for $200 million. A lot of zeros.
All right,
a lot of zeros.
All right, but break it on down. But you say that you can make a person who might need a $200 loan just as happy?
Happier, because it will change a life. So I can impact someone's future with $200, not $200 million. I don't even remember who was on the other side of that $200 million deal. Have no idea. But a $200 deal, a $200 transaction for someone who comes into the credit union makes a difference in a life, and you can see it. It's very tangible. It's very impactful. I love it.
I'm Sean Hilliard. I'm with Advanced Federal Protection. It's a security firm that's been around for over 30 years. Mr. Al Lewis is the president and CEO of Advanced Federal Protection. And Mr. McCoy, we're really glad that you invited us here tonight on the show, and wanted to say thank you.
Yes. Mr. Lewis couldn't make it tonight.
Yes, in Cleveland, it's one thing everybody know about Cleveland. We definitely get a lot of snow, don't we?
Yeah.
So, just wanted to get here, Mr. McCoy, and definitely talk a little bit about security because, the holidays are coming, and a lot of people are not aware of things that happen during the holiday that they need to be more aware of when it comes to security, whether you're walking to your car, whether you're putting a motion sensor in your home, just anything that can deter the enemy from trying to do anything to you. So really glad that you allowed us to come on this evening to talk about Advanced Federal Protection.
Yes, well, tell us about Advanced Federated Protection. Listen, I don't think there's a more better time than now with the conditions in our cities and the country that a person, a homeowner, a business need protection through security. And this is a black company that's been around a long time.
Over 30 years.
Talk loud into that microphone.
Over 30 years, Mr. McCoy. Like I was saying before I came here, Mr. Lewis is not only like the president CEO, but to me personally, he's like a mentor, a father to me. He's a person that when I had problems with my home and it was broken into, he was the first person that I thought of to protect my family. And I always say this, Mr. McCoy, there's no monetary value when it comes to the people that you love. I mean, how can you put a price tag on your family, your wife, your brother, your sister, your children, anybody that you love? Is there a price tag when it comes to making sure they're protected? And the answer is no. If you say yes, I don't know what to say to you. But for me personally, I can't put no other company in better hands than Advanced Federal Protection. They keep my family protected anytime, anywhere, any place, and I don't have to worry about, if they're not safe, because I know they are, because Mr. Lewis
Speak loud.
His company just has a very impeccable service where his equipment is great. His staff give you personalized touch. If anything's not working with your system, they will personally come out and make sure that it's working properly. And then they also do monitoring from your home from a station as well. So, Mr. McCoy, I can't think of any better place or company than Advanced Federal Protection, because they have kept my family protected for a very long time. Yes.
And they've been in business a long time, right?
Yes, they have, over 30 years. And you have Mr. Al Lewis, who has over 80 years of security experience. He has security. He works with residential, commercial. He works with school system. He works with various restaurants. So, it's a top-notch company. I can't say anything negative, because it's just, I love him to death.
I know Mr. Lewis personally, and I know his security company, and we're gonna definitely bring Mr. Lewis himself into the studio because I think that we just talked about faith with your finances, with Faith Community United Credit Union, and I think talking about safety and security is number 2 on the list. Man, if you don't feel safe in your home, if you don't feel safe in your business, you need some security in this day and time. And the place to go, Sean, is where?
Advanced Federal
Speak right in that mic, Sean.
Advanced Federal Protection. You can reach them at 216-321-1369. They're located at 2000 Lee Road, Suite 202, and that's in Cleveland Heights, Ohio, 44118. That is their headquarters. Give them a call. If you guys are looking for a security system for your home, if you're looking for your commercial business, I would definitely give them a call. And as I always say, people are standing by to answer your questions and also to see how they can help you to make you more safe and more protected. So definitely give them a call today.
Hello, this is William Clarence Marshall. I'm singing You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch on my latest CD, Noel Star. You can purchase it on paypal.me/William Clarence Marshall, or actually William Clarence, and it's $10, only $10. We accept American Express, Discover, MasterCard, and Visa. Again, paypal.me/William Clarence. The CD is Noel Star, and some of the cuts that you're hearing is You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, We Three Kings of Orient Are, The Creation, The Coventry Carol, All Through the Night, Joy to the World, Hark the Herald Angels Sing, Auld Lang Syne, and so on and so forth. You're a mean one, Gary Norton.